Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Alright guys, so this video is a very hard video for me to make, or has been a very hard video for me to make. Has nothing to do with the Dior foundation, which I'm going to be reviewing and wear testing for y'all today. But during the filming of this review and wear test, I had to make the difficult decision to put my cat Buster of 18 years to sleep. Those of you who have pets, you know exactly what I've been going through. And I just want to take this time to thank all of you for your overwhelming love and support that you have shown to me and to Buster. And even before that, I had let you guys know that she hadn't been well for a while. And my only wish was that she would tell me, and God would tell me when the right time was. And when I say God's timing is perfect, it really is, and it really was in this situation. I can't even begin to tell you. I was blessed by having these last 3 days off from work. I was expected to go back to work on Wednesday, and the school district that I work for said that no, that we were going to be extending, that they were going to be extending the winter break for a few more days. So it actually gave me another week. I haven't gone back to work yet because we don't go back until next Monday. So everything just fell into place. We lost Buster yesterday, which was Tuesday, January the 4th, and I believe it's Thursday when you guys are watching this video. It's been a difficult time, but I'm also very happy with the way everything went, the whole process. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for your love, your prayers, your kind words, just everything. Sorry to start this video off on a sad note, but just wanted to give you a heads up that this was a very difficult video for me to make, and I just want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for your well wishes. Alright guys, let's dive into the reason why you all are here. The newly reformulated Dior Forever Matte Foundation with SPF 15. Now, I have not tried the original formula of this Dior Matte Foundation, which is why I'm doing a 2-day, 10-hour wear test for this foundation. If you guys watched my last video, I was reviewing the newly reformulated Dior Forever Glow foundation. That one I had the original formula, and I also had the new formula. So if you haven't checked that video out yet, I'll have it linked in the description box of today's video. That way you guys can go reference it and see which foundation you think is going to work best for your skin type. This foundation comes in 42 different shades, and I'm going to be wear testing the shade 1W. That is also the shade that I bought in the Skin Glow foundation, the new formula. Typically, I wear shade 1N in Dior foundation, as well as the concealer and the powder, but I just wanted to change things up and try a different shade. The shade 1W is described as fair skin with warm undertones. Now, this foundation retails for $52. You can find it right now on the Sephora website, and you do get 1 ounce of product. So like the name of this foundation, it is going to provide a matte finish with medium buildable coverage. It also says it's going to be hydrating, so mattifying while still being able to hydrate our skin. Now, it does contain SPF 15, which please do not count on that SPF 15 to be your one and done SPF. Please go in with a separate SPF before you apply this foundation, just to make sure you are as protected as can be from the sun's harmful rays. Now guys, the main reason for the reformulation is that it's made with cleaner ingredients as per Dior. It says it's made with 86% skincare loving ingredients. Now it says it's going to provide 24 hours of transfer proof wear while providing a matte finish. And basically it says the more you use it, the better your skin is supposed to look over time. I wouldn't count on that, guys. It's not skincare. Yes, it has a lot of skincare ingredients built into it, but it's not skincare. There's a very low percentage of those skincare ingredients that are formulated into this foundation. If you really want to help reduce the signs of aging or help visibly improve your skin's texture and overall appearance, definitely wear your SPF and use the recommended skincare products that are supposed to target those specific areas of concern. Please don't rely on the foundation to do all the work for you. I kind of wish that they wouldn't put those claims in there because I do think it can be a little misleading, but for whatever reason, that's how they want to market it. But please just take it with a grain of salt. Now, some of the highlighted ingredients on this newly reformulated foundation is that it has iris extract, which is going to guard against oxidation. That is one thing that I can tell you right now, heads up, spoiler alert, I haven't noticed that this foundation oxidizes, and I didn't notice with the newly reformulated Glow foundation. Both of them look exactly the same shade-wise at the beginning and end of the day. It also says it's formulated with rose extract, which is going to refine skin's texture, and it also says it's infused with a wild pansy extract, which is going to maintain hydration for a healthy looking appearance. Now, while this is labeled as a clean foundation, it does contain less than 1% fragrance. And I will say that as I've applied both of the foundations, the fragrance really isn't that strong. I definitely have other foundations that have a stronger aroma to them, but this is something that, yes, you can tell just a little bit, but it dissipates rather quickly. Now, just to give you a brief background on myself, in case it is your first time here, welcome first and foremost. I am 39 years old and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. My nose is the oiliest place on my face. What I look for in a foundation is typically medium coverage that's going to provide a natural finish. I love to have a nice healthy glow going onto my skin, but I definitely don't mind, you know, being matte, especially in my T-zone, and then maybe going in with a glow finishing powder to glow up the perimeter of my face. I have always looked more for medium to full coverage foundations just because I have, you know, some old acne scars and discoloration right here on the sides of my cheeks. But as you know, skin tints have been the hottest thing that hit the foundation market for going on a year now. I have two new skin tints that I'm about to review when I wrap up this Dior wear test, and I'm really excited for them. So I definitely like to have my coverage, but I'm definitely not opposed to trying lighter, more sheer coverage foundations. Now, as far as shades go, I typically look for neutral to warm undertones in the fair to light category. So I'll most definitely be inserting swatches of this foundation and comparing it to other Dior foundations that are of a different shade, both indoor and outdoors, so you can see how those shades are going to look, and hopefully that will help you make a good shade buying decision. Okay guys, so I think I've given you all the details. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments in case there is something that I forgot to go over. So let's get started with this 2-day, 10-hour wear test. For day one, I'm going to be wearing the foundation all by itself with no helping products, no primer, no setting powder, no setting spray. This is day two that I'm wearing it, and I just did my makeup the normal way, the usual way that I did my makeup, and I will give you all of those details when we get to that section of the video. So I'm excited for today's video. I hope you are too. I love Dior base makeup products. I think they are fantastic. So I definitely have very high expectations for this newly reformulated Dior Forever Matte Foundation. So if you guys want to see how this 2-day, 10-hour wear test and review is gonna go, keep on watching. Okay, finally, I'm able to try the matte version of the Dior Forever Skin Foundation. Once again, I am wearing the shade 1W. All right, so that's what 2 pumps looks like. And I'm gonna be starting first with my BK 101 foundation brush, and then I'll do the other side with a damp beauty sponge. And there is a little bit of fragrance in this one. I wanna say, no, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same as the other one. I kind of felt like maybe the other one, the Glow version, smelled a little bit stronger, but no, it's the same. And it's not bad. I was reading on the Sephora website, it says it's less than 1% of synthetic fragrance. So I have a feeling that this one, even though it says it's gonna be medium coverage, I have a feeling I might get a little bit more than medium, just because it does provide a matte finish, and typically matte foundations, you can get a little bit more coverage out of them than with a glow one. But I do like that this says it's going to be hydrating as well. It's going on really nicely. And so once again, today, since it's the first time I'm trying this foundation, I am not adding any helping products to it. I'm just
Using it on its own without primer, without setting powder, without setting spray. I'm actually not even going to do bronzer, blush, or highlighter. And then tomorrow, when I test it out for day 2, I'm going to wear it the way I would wear a typical foundation. But I like the shade a lot. I might start using 1W instead of 1N. 1N was always my go-to shade in Dior foundations, but this looks really nice. And I still have some left, so now I'm going to get my damp beauty sponge and start pressing this. So yeah, I already used that up. Another pump. The sides of my cheeks are always the area that I tend to build up, just because I have old acne scars and minor discoloration. This is looking really pretty though. And even though it's a matte foundation, like I still feel like I have like a little healthy glow going on. Like it's not matte, dry, or anything like that. It's looking really pretty. All right, so I pretty much used up that other pump. Definitely you'll get more bang for your pump if you just use a brush and then you can lightly pat over everything with your sponge afterwards, because the sponge does soak up more product. But I mean, you do you, whatever is more comfortable for doing your foundation. But this is how it is looking. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, this does have SPF 15 in it, but again, please do not rely on the SPF 15 in your foundation or whatever it is. And you always want to go in with a separate SPF before applying your makeup. The one I use today is the one from Biosense. It is a physical sunscreen, so it starts working ASAP, and I'll have that linked in the description box in case you want to check it out. I've really, really been enjoying that sunscreen. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add a little bit more, do like half a pump, and I'm just gonna build up right here, just because I am gonna use concealer under my eye area. I am gonna do like an eye look today because I have another video to film, but I'm not gonna add again any other products to my face. So I just want to make sure I can get as much coverage as I can, although I do like the coverage, you know, first off. All right, and for concealer, I'm gonna go in with this one from Elizabeth Arden. It is the Flawless Finish Skin Caring Concealer. And I'm not even gonna set my under eye area or anything. I'm using the Anissa Beauty Angled Concealer Brush to just spread this out. Okay, so this is how my complexion is looking. I like it. I think it feels really lightweight. I like the finish of it. I kind of think it's more of maybe a satin finish rather than a matte finish, and that could be because of the hydrating properties that the foundation has. So I'm going to be wearing this for the next 10 hours, and I'll be back in about 5 hours so that we can do the midday check-in, and then of course at the end of this day 1 wear test, so I can give you guys my initial thoughts, my first impression. And I do have high expectations for it, guys. And so far, it is doing just fine. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, this is the 5.5 hour check-in with the newly reformulated Dior Forever Matte Foundation. And this is how my complexion is looking. I think it looks great. I want to say, and I forgot to mention this after I applied it, but it does feel like it has set itself down. It doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. And I do think that it is a matte finish, maybe bordering on like a satin finish, but I like the coverage. I like the way it's been wearing. Now, I did wear a mask earlier in the day, and I'm looking around for it. Let me grab the mask because this says it's going to be
be transfer proof. So I want to show you what the mask looks like on the inside. All right, so here is the inside of my mask. I did wear it on and off throughout the day, or these last 5 hours while I was running errands and stuff, and I don't see that anything transferred. So I think my nose looks pretty good. Around my mouth, I've already had lunch and stuff. So I think this is wearing just fine. It feels good. It feels lightweight. And I do like the way my complexion looks. So I have 0 complaints right now. It still has about 5 more hours to go. So I will be back in about 5 hours to wrap up this day 1 wear test. All right, guys, this is a 10-hour check-in with the Dior Matte Foundation. I have to say, I think this did a good job of keeping my oils away. I don't really have any oil on my nose. I'm not really shiny anywhere on my face. So I think it did a really great job with that, considering I'm not wearing any primer or powder or anything like that. I think this foundation did a great job all by itself. Now, I will say that like right here around my nose, like right in this area, it kind of looks a little bit makeup-y, but that could also be because, you know, it's been 10 hours and yes, my oil is probably going to start to come through and that's why it's breaking up a little bit. But everywhere else, I mean, it's on. I think it looks great. I still think I have coverage and it feels good. I don't feel like I need to go wash off my face or anything. So this did really well today. I have a feeling that tomorrow it's going to do exceptionally well once I pair it with, you know, the setting powder and primer, setting spray and all that stuff. I'll definitely do a check-in and let you know what products I went in with. But for today, guys, I think it did fabulous. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 2. This is what my makeup is looking like. I just applied the foundation. Really quick, I went in with the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. And then I went in with Dior Forever Skin Correct as the concealer. I am using 2 different powders. I'm using the Dior powder Backstage No Powder. This is the shade 1N. This is also the powder that I used in the Glow version of this foundation review. And then in my T-zone, my favorite Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Loose Finishing Powder. A little bit of Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face to lock everything in. And then, of course, I added blush, bronzer, highlight. For highlighter, I have a new one today. The Kaleidos Space Age Gifted highlighter. I had swatched it on the back of my hand. I guess I took that off already, but let me open it so that you guys can see what this amazing highlighter looks like. But look, there it is on the side of my face. Amazing. So here is the highlighter. Definitely a duo multi-chrome highlighter. I love this thing. I've been collecting all of the highlighters, and so naturally I had to pick this one up. A little bit of Rare Beauty mascara, and this is my first full day without my buster. So I'm really hoping that I make it through the foundation review without any tears, that the tears come after I'm done with the foundation review. But I do have some things that I need to do today, some errands and stuff. So I will check in with you guys in about 5 hours for the midday check-in. And then of course at the end of the day to give you all my final thoughts. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here, and this is how the complexion is looking. Now, I was wearing a mask throughout the day. I did have some errands I have to run, and I'm gonna show you the mask right now so that we can see if there's any transfer. So here's the mask. I can see a little bit, like right here, but that could also be maybe just a little bit of lipstick as well. You'll notice here that like where the nose was, there's nothing there. Let's see if my camera's gonna focus, but very minimal, and it's just right in this area. It's somewhere down here. Guys, I think the foundation looks fantastic. It looks exactly the same as it did 5 hours ago when I applied it. I don't see that it's accentuating any texture. I don't even see that it's settling into any fine lines. I just think it looks smooth. And yes, I do think it looks matte, but not overly matte. Like I still feel like My skin has a little bit of a glow, maybe not as much of a glow as it did when I did the day one wear test since I was wearing it all by itself, but I do like the way it looks today. I definitely think like it's providing amazing coverage and I have no complaints. It feels good. It feels really lightweight and I really don't have anything but good things to say about it right now. But guys, it still has 5 more hours to go, so I will be back at the end of today to wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear test with the newly reformulated Dior Forever Matte Foundation. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test with the newly reformulated Dior Forever Foundation, the matte foundation. And this is what my complexion is looking like. Pretty much the same as it did at the 5-hour mark. I will say that on day 1 and now this day 2, it does kind of break up a little bit. Like it looks a little makeup-y right in here on the crease of my nose. And it did that with powder and without powder. So that's probably just me. That is like the oil starting to come through and of course it causes a breakup of the foundation. But that is the only area of concern and it really not that much to be honest when I take a look at how this foundation has done overall. I think 110%, if you are a full-on oily skin beauty out there, this is a foundation that I think you're going to want to check out. If you're like me, normal to oily skin or just normal skin, I also think this is a foundation you're going to want to check out. And if you're on the drier side of skin types, maybe if you're combo or just full on dry, I think I would definitely go for the Skin Glow version of this foundation versus this mattifying foundation. While this mattifying foundation does have some hydrating properties to it, I think those of you with full-on dry skin will appreciate and love the Skin Glow foundation better than you do this matte one. So I thought this was a fabulous wear test. I think this is a beautiful foundation. I really feel like I have full coverage. Instead of medium coverage, I really think you can get full coverage out of this if you just build it up in certain areas. I have no complaints. This just wore so well. I am a fan of the shade, so I think I can either go 1N or 1W. I'm wearing 1W today. I think either shade I can make work for me, and hopefully the swatch photos were able to help you guys make a good shade buying decision. One of you asked me if I could include the swatch photos like in the community section. That way you could go back and reference them. So I most definitely will do that with the Skin Glow foundation and also with this foundation. So be on the lookout for that. But this foundation, the newly reformulated Dior Forever Matte Foundation, is going to get 2 thumbs up from me. I loved it. I think it's great. If you have oily skin, definitely go check this out. Thank you again, guys, for all of your love, your support, your prayers. I made it through the day without shedding a tear, but I'm pretty sure I will shed a few tears tonight before I go to bed. But thank you so much for your love, your support, your well wishes of my beautiful Buster. I miss her, but I am very happy with the time I had, and I'm more so happy that she is resting in peace. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.